Hello everyone, welcome to Facebook Live in the Hive. This is a special edition today. Thank you for being here on a Friday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to wait for some comments to come in, and once I start to see those flow in, then we'll get started on my pre-order. Everything arrived yesterday evening, and I've had time to label some of it, so I'm anxious to share it all with you and play with the new ink colors and pads, which I have not done yet. So hopefully I'll get a few comments here and then we'll get started. So has anyone else done their pre-order yet? If you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, have you done your pre-order? We've got about 1 minute to go before it's 2 p.m. I am anxious to dive in and play with some of this product and to show it to you. It's really some fun stuff. All right. I was going to look for my catalog. Here we go. So this is the catalog. Hello, Gail. Hi, Tina. Oh my gosh. So Tina ordered the in color items. Well, there were quite a few of those, Tina. So you got a lot coming. Oh my gosh. Hi, Margaret. Yes, this is a special live today because my pre-order arrived yesterday late afternoon, and it gave me time to open up all the packages. I've done a little bit of labeling, so the rest of the weekend I plan to get all my new stuff labeled and put in the right place. Hello, Jackie. How are you? Hi, Bobby. All right, so this is the new catalog. And if you live in the Richmond, Virginia area, I am having a new catalog and Stampin' Up! Bingo on Sunday afternoon, April 19th at 1:30. So there will be plenty of prizes. We're going to play 5 games of bingo. Hello, Diane, and give away all new product. And we're going to have the in colors there and refreshments, and I've got some pillow gifts and some nice surprises. So I really hope you'll be able to attend. It's a $35 for the event, and payment is due 7 days, which will be April 12th. April 12th payment is due so that I can reserve your spot. But anyway, welcome to Facebook Live in the Hive. I am delighted that you're here on this Friday afternoon. My name is Tammy Shia, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Every time there is a new catalog, I get super excited. I just love all the new products and playing with them. So I'm going to show you those today. This is the new book that will debut on May 5th. And so if you would like me to be your demonstrator, I can certainly mail you a Stampin' Up! Catalog. Hi, Margaret. Welcome. Hi, Diane. Well, let's get started. And I thought the best place to start would be with the new in colors. So I just realized I've got my phone charging. I'm going to go on and just unplug that because we're not going to need it. The first thing that we're going to start with is a brand new size of grid paper, all right? This grid paper is 16 by, I covered up the last measurement. Anyway, this grid paper fits your glass mat. It's the same size as your glass mat. So here it is. It looks the same, of course, just a different size now. You've got a space over here for writing, and it comes in inches as well as the centimeters, okay? So there it is, brand new grid paper, and you get 50 sheets of this, and you'll be able to order this on May 5th, unless you're a demonstrator. If you're a demonstrator, you can do your pre-order right now and get this. All right, so let's talk in colors. This is barely blush, and hopefully there won't be too many shadows this afternoon, and that you'll be able to see this. So, Barely Blush. And this is, y'all, I'm learning my colors. Are y'all learning your colors? Golden Glow. This is Peaceful Pine. Isn't that pretty? This is Crisp Cantaloupe. This is a returning in color. And this is Hydrangea Hue. And I think I have fallen in love with Hydrangea Hue. It matches our on-stage tote. And so, oh, it's just an amazing color. So this right here are the 5 new in colors. They're going to be with us for 2 years, all right? Now, for those of you who've been with me a while, you know that I design a very special product share box. It's called the In Color Product Share Box. It's going to come with cardstock, designer paper, gosh, what else? Ribbon and embellishments and 2-tone cardstock and designer paper. And then I'm going to throw in a bunch of free gifts, and then you're going to get a free make and take class. All right. So keep that in mind. I will announce those details next Wednesday evening. Okay. So let's move on, and we'll look at the ink pads. This is Crisp Cantaloupe. I love the feel of this. Okay. Let's compare it to an original stamp pad. I had to walk over and get one. So right here, this is their original pad, and this is the brand new pad. And it's available in all 5 new in colors. Let's measure. Measuring, it's 3 1/4 inches going across. And if we measure the height of it, it's just about 4 7/8 of an inch, almost 5 inches. So as many of you know, we designed a new craft room last year here at my home, and I have the Stampin' Storage ink pad holders, and it does fit, so I'm very happy about that. This ink pad is going to fit. It only sticks out a teeny tiny bit, so it really is no big deal, okay? No big deal at all. So it still looks great in my ink pad storage. So happy about that. So, okay, so that is Crisp Cantaloupe. And then here is the Hydrangea Hue. And then this is Peaceful Pine and Golden Glow, and then Barely Blush. All right, so those are the new ink pads. Let's open one up. We're actually going to do a little bit of stamping in a second, but this is how easy it opens. This is a felt pad. And so when you do order your new ink pads that are magnetic, you're going to want to order that ink refill, okay? So here we are. You've got a well here, and again, this actually can just stick right on top as well. And then also, which I haven't done, let's look at a color that we can see a little bit better. You've got your labels here on the back, and I plan to put a label here, I think I can. Is it skinny enough? Yes, I think it is skinny enough that I can do it right there. And then when I open mine up, I'm gonna put another label maybe on both of these. I haven't decided. This is the very first time that I am opening this, okay? So we'll get into labeling later, but the labels are still included. I love how it snaps together, and you've got 4 labels here, 2 in English, and then you've got 2 other languages, okay? They stack beautifully. Oh my gosh, they just stack beautifully. I am in love with them. Absolutely in love with them, and I can't wait until we get it in all our new end colors. But again, just in case you're wondering, here's the original pad, here is the brand new pad. Okay, all right, well, let's go ahead and move on. Let's look at some DSP for the new end colors, okay? All right. So our DSP this year for the new end colors is 12 by 12. For the past couple of years, our DSP for the end colors has been about 6 inches by 6 inches. So now we're going to 12 by 12. And here is the opposite side of that. This is Peaceful Pine. Here is another Peaceful Pine. And here is the opposite of that. Okay, it kind of plays with your eyes, doesn't it? It's like, whoa. But you get two double-sided designs, all right, for each color. So this is a Peaceful Pine. Now we're gonna look at Hydrangea Hue. Did anybody order the new DSP? All right. And then here it is again. I am loving this. It is so, so fun. I'll turn this one this way so you can get an idea. All right. The next color I'm going to show you is Barely Blush. Now, hold on, because this one is a little hard to see. Even in person, I'm having a hard time seeing it. But it's Barely Blush. And then I'll turn that way, so that'll be going in the opposite direction, okay? All right, so that's Barely Blush. Let's do Golden Glow. This is such a pretty color. Now, the neat thing about this DSP, it comes in all 4 color families. It comes in the subtles and the brights and the regals and neutrals. This right here is Crisp Cantaloupe. All right, so y'all let me know if you ordered it. Beth said that she did order this one. So this is our DSP, and the DSP, I believe you get 20 sheets of this. So that will be, and that's for all 5 end colors, all right? Awesome, very good. All right, I'm gonna show y'all one more paper pack. This is the Brights paper pack. It's going to be the very same designs, but I thought it would be fun to see it in one of our color families. Hi, Lee, how are you? All right, so here we are. This is the Brights. This is going to be Azure Afternoon. Oh, okay. Hang on one second. I'm trying to find the other pieces to this. There we go. Do we get more of this one? I don't think we do. Okay, I'm really glad we opened this. You are going to get 2 double-sided designs. All right. So you're going to give 2 of each color. There are 10 color families. So here we are again. This is Pumpkin Pie. This is Poppy Parade. And then I'll flip it over. How fun. I just love the Brights anyway. This one is Melon Mambo. So that'll give you an idea. So I did get the color families because I'm going to tell you what happens every year. By the way, this is Lemon Lime Twist. Every year, I usually don't get the color groups, the color families, DSP. And then I see a cute card online. I'm like, why didn't I get that? So this year, I've got all 4 color families, excuse me. This is Granny Apple Green. The brights are so fun. I'm not gonna open up all the packages, but I just thought the brights would be really fun for us to see. This is Flirty Flamingo. Turn that to the other side. This one is Daffodil Delight. Fun, fun. This is Coastal Cabana. How fun. And then we have Berry Burst. Wow, love it. Ah, love it. You can buy the brights separately, yes. So this is the brights package right here. And you can buy the in colors separately. The item number for the brights, I'll go ahead and give you. It's 167754. But what I wanted to show you are just the packages for the other color families. These are the subtles right here. So you can get a full package of subtles. You can do a package of Regals. I believe this is Blackberry Bliss. Isn't it? Actually, Gorgeous Grape. That's Gorgeous Grape. And then there's a package of the neutrals. Okay. I know it can be kind of hard to see with the when the cello bag is on top of it. Okay, let's get back to end colors. There is also pearlized specialty paper, and this is Crisp Cantaloupe. Okay, and it's just double-sided. It's pearlized specialty paper. There's 1 sheet of each color. This is Golden Glow. This one here is Peaceful Pine. So this is a separate package, okay? It's separate from the designer paper. And I've already used a little bit of my Hydrangea Hue. And then this is Barely Blush. Okay, so this comes in 1 package. You get 1 of each sheet, and it's called Pearlized Specialty Paper. Okay. Oh, yes, I got a lot of DSP, Bobby. Absolutely. All right, let's look at the ribbon. You all know that I absolutely love ribbon. Let's see how easy this one ties. Just gonna tie a quick bow, and this is Barely Blush. Okay, oh, that's so fun. This is very nice ribbon. And this will be part of my In Color product share, my In Color box. You'll get 2.5 yards of each ribbon. Isn't that beautiful? So that is Barely Blush. And then we have Hydrangea Hue. And then we have Crisp Cantaloupe. That one's really, really pretty. Peaceful Pine. And now Golden Glow. So that's the ribbon. You get 10 yards of ribbon on each spool, but it will be a part of my In Color share box. let's look at markers. I am going to grab a piece of paper. This is basic white cardstock. And I'm going to zoom in and we're going to look at the Stampin' blends. All right. I'm not going in any particular order. This is light. So that's the light Peaceful Pine. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Then this is the dark. And now we'll do Golden Glow. I hope y'all find this helpful. Whoops, that was my dark. And this is my light. So I reversed the order. So Peaceful Pine light, Peaceful Pine dark, Golden Glow light, and Golden Glow dark, okay? Let's do Barely Blush. This is the dark. So I'm gonna go back here now and put my dark on this side. And this is going to be the light. Okay. The Peaceful Pine is gonna be perfect for Christmas cards. This is dark hydrangea. And this is light hydrangea. And now we're going to do Crisp Cantaloupe. This is light Crisp Cantaloupe. And dark. Okay, so that kind of gives you an idea of what the ink colors look like. The next thing I want to share with you are the embellishments. You actually get 2 different packages. So let me zoom out just a tad. You get these in color dots. You will receive these in your in color share box. It's coming out April 1. And you'll also get a sampling of these lovely butterflies. Can you all see those? And they're in the new in colors. And they have shimmer to them. The dots and the butterflies, they both have a lot of shimmer. So I hope you can see that. Isn't that pretty? All right, so let's test out the ink. This is our in color ink, and we're going to stamp something with it. And I'm going to use a brand new bundle to do that. Okay. And let's see. Let's do our butterflies in Golden Glow. Okay. Oh my gosh. I just tried to open this like our old cases. Okay, here we go. Let me show you the stamp set that we're working with and a brand new punch, all aflutter. So we're gonna stamp these 3 butterflies, but you get 3 sets of images. Look at those sweet butterflies. And look how nicely this is going to work together. All right, and then here is the brand new butterfly punch. So hopefully you can, there we go. Okay, all right. So the nice thing about this felt pad is I'm not pushing at all. And then I'm going to stamp, probably should have used my stamp pad, but we'll see how our butterflies turn out. Oh, they're pretty for the first time. For the first stamping with it, they're really pretty. Then all we do is we're gonna slide this in and we're going to align the images. Just give me a few minutes to get it just right. And then we're gonna punch it out. And we have some beautiful, beautiful butterflies. Aren't they fun? Oh, wow. Boy, was that easy to do with these new pads. So it's called All Aflutter. It is a brand new bundle coming out, all right? Fluttering by to say hi. Isn't that cute? You are so appreciated and thinking of you today. They're both really sweet. All right, so let's look at another bundle that just came out. This one is called Exciting Times, and they demonstrated this at On Stage. So that was one of the reasons that I chose this one. This is the coordinating punch. So hopefully you can see that. It can be so hard to see some of these things with the lighting and reflections and all that stuff. I know, isn't that a great butterfly punch? All right, let's stamp again. We're gonna stamp with this image right here, and then we're gonna add, what are we adding? Let's Celebrate in the middle. So I'm gonna open this back up. I can keep these two together, okay, if I want to. And then I'm gonna ink this up. Now keep in mind, I've never inked these stamps before, and it's a brand new ink pad. Wow, there is no squishiness to this ink pad, okay? You know, with their original pads, they're kind of spongy and squishy, but this one is not. And then we are going to add a greeting. And you know what? We can use a different color. Let's use Peaceful Pine. And we're just gonna pop that right here in the middle. Again, brand new images, so I'm kind of christening them. They haven't been used before. And then here you can punch this out. So this is the second punch bundle for the new catalog. Okay, so I wanted to play around with those. And then these can just stick together. But here it is. It's called Exciting Times. This is the one that we did. And then this is the punch for it. All right. Super fun, super fun. All right, where am I going next? Oh, let's look at the basic black ink pad, okay? This is the basic black. And I'm going to just bring in my basic white paper again. Yeah, that's a fun one. I love bundles that have punches because they're so quick and easy. Okay. Well, this time, I'm going to open this up. Now, this is not magnetic, okay? And I've never opened it before. As you can tell, I've never opened it. All right, hang tight. So what's the best way to open it? Maybe I should have practiced. Oh, gosh. Oh, there we go. Wow, that's on tight. Probably to seal in that ink so that it doesn't dry out. I'm going to bring in a pad because I am using photopolymer stamps. Sometimes I remember my pad. Other times I don't. This paintbrush is from an older stamp set. It was like Dad's Tools or something like that. So we'll just put that right there. And there is Air Black ink. So currently you cannot order the ink refill for this, but you will be able to on May 5th. When I entered in the ink refill number, it did not come up, and I double checked the item number and everything. So anyway, all right, let's do this. Let's color this paintbrush. All right, this is one of my, I love this set. All right. So there is, I'm gonna do this one more time and see if I can't get up there higher. There we go. And then I'm going to take the solid image and put that about right there. And we'll see how it does. All right, so that is our hydrangea hue, okay? In the past, when I do a product share box, I always give you the color palette, and so I'll be creating these again. They'll go inside your in color box, okay? So that's why I kind of wanted to just play around with that color and see what it does today. All right, so now you've seen our black pad. Why the new pad? The new pad, you can actually use your Stampin' blends to color with this basic black, and the black will not run. Also, you can use it for watercoloring. So you would stamp an image and then you would watercolor it, and that black will not bleed, okay? All right, okay, so I'm not the only one then. Inca, I'm not the only one. All right, where are we going next? Let's look at some miscellaneous embellishments and miscellaneous designer paper. Would you like to do that? Great question, Margaret. Margaret's question is, do we use this new black ink pad in place of Memento? Yes, you can. But now when we watercolor, and now when we use Stampin' blends to color, we don't have to worry about which black ink to use. So that's the benefit of having this, okay? It's called the hybrid Stampin' pad. All right, let's look at some embellishments that I picked up. I just thought they were super cute. They may or may not go as sweets. This one right here is Array of Dots. And this one is called Shimmering Dots. So those are two extra embellishments that I ordered from the mini, the May to August mini. Now, this next paper you're going to just love. It's called Scenic Coast, and it's 6x6 designer paper. And I already can tell you, I know which ones of my customers are going to absolutely want this. So let's count and see about how many sheets we're getting. Wow, that's a lot. Wow. All right, let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you are getting 8 sheets, 8 6x6 sheets of Scenic Coast. And there are 48 sheets in the package. All right, let's look at this. Oh, I didn't show you the back. This is the back, okay? I already know who's gonna want this paper, and I think you're watching me today. Here is another one. Isn't this just beautiful? And then this is the back. So the colors they used, Balmy Blue, Blueberry Bushel, Crushed Curry, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, and Strawberry Slush. All right, let's look at the next one. Again, you're going to get 8 sheets of each one. Diane wants it. And Jackie, if you're watching, I know that you want this too. You love this kind of paper. Wow, isn't this stuff just gorgeous? Here is another one. Just love the sunrise and the sunset. Isn't it just beautiful? And then here is another one. So pretty. I'll zoom out a little bit so that you can see more of the paper. Hello, Kathleen. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? And there's the back. So it's called Scenic Coast. It's 6x6 paper, And it is to die for, isn't it? It's just beautiful. It has a wonderful coordinating bundle as well. I did not get that yet. I tried not to buy everything in the book, girls. It's really hard not to also. Very hard not to. So anyway, isn't this just lovely? It's just really, really pretty stuff. All right. So I'm gonna put this one aside. I love when they come with these little bags. Love that. All right. So let's look at another designer paper. This one is actually really, really neat. You can color this paper any color you want. You can also cut out these little vases if you want. Just beautiful. Oh my goodness. So Kathleen is asking a great question. I wonder how the sailboat embossing folder would work on it. That is worth trying. And definitely that sailboat suite from last year will definitely go with this new paper. All right, so you get 2 sheets of this one. Okay, and I'll flip this over. So we have those 2. I'm going to try and move this out of the way. And then here is one. You can color this DSP, okay? You could color this with the in colors, and then you would have in color paper. Super, super easy. Love this. I'll turn that little design around. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to take a quick sip of some iced tea. The next one, look at that. So, so pretty. Just beautiful. I don't know if I told you the name of this. I'll look at that in just a second. The nice thing about black and white is you can make this any color you want. Here we are with the stripes. They can go in either direction. There we go. This one is called Artisan Sketched Garden. Artisan Sketched Garden. Isn't that pretty? Super pretty. All right, y'all are gonna love the next one. I hope you're sitting down for it. Okay. I took it out of the sealed package, and so I'm wondering what the name, I think it's called Velvet Meadow, maybe? Velvet Meadow. This DSP has some raised images on it, and they're felt. They're like velvet. Then these are the coordinating embellishments for it. These are called Dreamy Flowers. So there is a whole suite. It's got a matching stamp set and dies that go with it. But yeah, isn't it just beautiful? All right, let me see. So this is the other side, which actually looks like basic beige. And it looks like they put these 2 sides together when they shipped it. Let's see what we have next. Wow. Oh, this could be the front of a card. Isn't that? And I wish you could feel, this is the raised portion of the paper. I wish you could feel that because that's really, really neat. And then here is another piece. The flower has some raised images on it. Just super, super pretty. Yeah, this one's so lovely. And then look at these colors. Oh my gosh. And I know the camera is not doing this as well as I wish it would, you know. You almost have to touch and feel this one. So I will have my Stampin' Up! Bingo and open house on Sunday, April 19th. All of this will be on display. It'll have the name of it, the coordinating colors. It's going to have the page number of the catalog. And so it'll have everything that you need. All right. And it has some really subtle designs on the back. And then look at this. Just another one. It's got raised images on it throughout. So, oh goodness. So Kathleen's got a favorite. The DSP and the dies from Pooh Bear. You're going to see Winnie the Pooh today. It's going to be the last thing I show you today. Okay? All right. There is a Winnie the Pooh as part of the May online exclusives, and I'm going to share that with you last today. Okay, so that is the DSP, and now I think we can go into stamp sets and dies. How does that sound? Okay, I'm going to start with this because I'm going to do a demonstration for y'all. These are the Phrases and Frames bundle, okay? And I am going to move this up. And I'm going to zoom out because I want you to see everything. I took some time last night. Come on. Maybe that's as far as it goes out. I was trying to zoom out. Okay, I must have it out as far as it zooms. Okay, so this is called the Phrases and Frames bundle. And you're going to love the stamp set that coordinates with it. And these words coordinate with these dies, okay? So anniversaries are for celebrating the joys of today, the memories of yesterday, and the hopes of tomorrow. Thinking of you, sending prayers and heartfelt sympathy to you and your family. Happiest birthday wishes. Have a fabulous day. I didn't forget your birthday. I just wanted it to last longer. Sending you hugs. Happy anniversary. May your day be filled with love and happiness. So this is a $1 million Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, a $1 million achiever. Her name is Sue Campfield, and Sue was able to demonstrate the stamp set and the dies during on stage. So anyways, just a wonderful, wonderful set. And this uses the Impressions pad. All right, so we've got a brand new pad. It even has Stampin' Up! Here at the bottom. It's an Impressions pad, and I'm going to show you how to use that. Would you like me to do that? I hope so. All right, I am going to put my stamp set back in the case. And just in case you're wondering, I'm still trying to figure out how I want to organize my stamp sets and dies. But when it's brand new, I pretty much like it in this double package. These are the dies right here, okay? These are the dies that you're looking at. And then I've got a label up here that says the name of the stamp set, which catalog it is in, or if it's online, the item number, and then the number of dies, okay? So we're actually gonna use this one so that I can show you how to use that Impressions plate, okay? My pocket is right here. I've got my dies in the front. If you flip it over, I've got my stamp set in the other pocket. These are Stampin' Storage. I will provide links for you in case you would like to go there and shop. I'm an affiliate of Stampin' Storage, so I may get a small commission from your sale. So I wanted you to know that. Here are the die pieces. This die right here, when you cut it out, you get this negative piece, which is a rectangle. By the way, this is Hydrangea Hue, which is a new in color. This die right here, when you cut this one out, this is the negative piece that comes out of it. So the negative pieces are awesome, and you can tell that they have quite a bit of detail. I use the impressions pad to do that. When you cut out this one, this is the negative piece that comes out of that die. And then this right here can layer here, or you can put it here, okay? So you've got some options for that. I am going to grab my Stampin' Cut emboss machine. When I received the impressions pad, these directions were listed. And boy, was I glad, because I'd already forgotten how to do it since on stage. All right, so let me get the right setup, because the first thing we're going to do is we are going to cut this die out, and we're going to cut it out just like we cut all our dies, okay? By the way, this is Golden Glow. Okay, so let's talk about our sandwiches. And I'm going to turn my Stampin' Cut emboss machine here. We're just cutting with paper and a regular die. So we need platform 1, platform 2, platform 3. Then we're going to need our paper and our die. Then we're going to put another platform 3 or cutting plate 3 here. And then we are going to roll that through, okay? So when it comes out, I've got these 2 pieces. Now I'm going to leave my cardstock inside this die, okay? So hang tight, it's still there and I want it to stay there. I'm gonna flip it over. Now for our next impression magic that we're gonna do, and by the way, again, it comes with these instructions, which are amazing because it's telling you platform 1, and then 2, and then the impressions pad, and then 4, okay? So there's my 1. Here's 2. And then what did I do with my die? My beautiful die, here it is. I'm gonna lay this here and it's upside down. So my cutting edge is facing me, okay? The cutting edge is facing me. It is not facing this. If the cutting edge was facing plate 2, it would cut into plate 2, okay? All right, next step, we wanna put our impressions pad on top. And then it says to also use number 4. Now this is our specialty plate. So if you don't have a specialty plate, you're gonna need one of those. And then I'm gonna roll this through. I'm hoping to get a deeper impression using this die, okay? And I can move the machine out of the way now. And we'll take off 4. And look at the deep embossing that I'm getting. Isn't that beautiful? Hopefully you can see that. And I'll put it on this. Maybe you can see it better on the black. Okay, let me know what you think. Now, it gets a little dirty from all of the little paper crumbs. That's what I'll call them. And it likes to stick to that. So let me show you what I did last night when I was cutting some dies. I took a lint roller, okay? And I just rubbed this and it got all those little teeny pieces of paper off of the pad. And that just helps me sleep better at night. So anyway, there is a way to clean that off. So keep that in mind, okay? So anyway, that's ready for a card. Isn't that pretty? So very exciting, but don't worry when you get your impressions pad because you have your directions right here. All right, I am going to put my die back, and it goes in here and it goes right here. And I'm gonna slide this in. With this envelope, there is also a paper pocket. So you could put embellishments in here. I had an extra frame left over, so I put that in there. Okay, but that's just like an extra little pocket. Yes, a new use for the lint roller. Absolutely, absolutely. I love it. All right, so would you like to see some more dies? All right. Their next one is called Scalloped Blooms, okay? Now let me tell you something about Scalloped Blooms. It is going to be available for the entire year, okay? Stampin' Up! Came out with a list of items that are going to be available from May 2026 to May 2027. And this is one of them. It is the Scalloped Blooms bundle. And so now we have all these scallops, circles with scallops, I guess is what I want to say. So let's take a look at the dies. They are right here. We've got some tags, and there are 14 dies in all. This actually coordinates with a flower bundle, and I think it's in the very first part of the catalog. So I'm assuming these are probably leaves. These right here, you can actually, you could put it there and kind of reinforce that hole if you want and repunch another hole. But it has some various things. Again, I haven't started working with it, so I don't know all the ins and outs of it. But that is this set of dies right here. So I'm really hoping that it's easy for you to follow along with when they've been die cut. I know it helps me a great deal, so I'm hoping that helps you today. All right, here is the stamp set that goes with it. It's called Scallop Blooms. Your kindness means so much. Wishing you a day of relaxation, happiness, and love. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you for being there for me. Have a good day. Hugs. You're a blessing to me, and thinking of you. So love the font, and we have so many wonderful, wonderful word sets this time. Just great. Just wonderful things to have. So that's called Scallop Blooms. Now, if you're a demonstrator, did you order this one? Oh gosh. All right. Get ready for another suite. How about that? Let's get ready for an entire suite, okay? I don't even know where to begin. Okay. This is Fern and Flora, which you may have seen me show last week because this was our pay to play class, but now I've got the DSP to show you. So Fern and Flora, and then these are the dies that go with it. So you've seen those, I think. Well, check out the paper. You want to check out the paper first? Let's look at the DSP. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? So pretty. Look at the moths. Just beautiful. Here is the opposite side. Here's the next one. This is called Moonlit Flora, and the colors are basic black, berry burst, golden glow, mossy meadow, old olive, peaceful pine, pecan pie, secret sea, and soft sea foam. Kathleen is placing another order. That's what we like to hear, Kathleen. Here is another, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm just gonna put it right there. This stuff is too gorgeous not to show the entire piece. Look at that. Berry, isn't that pretty with berry burst? Check this one out. And this one. I mean, I just don't think paper can get any prettier than that, right? It's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I've got more. Here's another piece. And here is the opposite side. Yes, Kathleen, a lot of people say that they're their own best customer. Isn't this beautiful? Oh my gosh. So, so pretty. So that is Moonlit Flora. Now wait till I show you the embossing folder, okay? All right, let's see, where is it? It's right here. It's called Fern and Flora, okay? And it's a 3D folder. And here it is in golden glow. And then you're gonna see it in perfect pine. Or is it pine? Yeah, I thought it was pines for a second, but it's perfect pine. And here it is in berry burst. Look at this. Isn't that just beautiful? What an amazing color combination. It also has coordinating dots. These are dewdrops embellishments. So I'll put that right there. I know, it's so beautiful. Okay, now the Stampin' Cut Emboss folder. There is another one. It also coordinates with this set, or at least I think it does. And it's called the Floral Spray 3D folder. And I have cut it out, and here's what it looks like. Okay. And then I cut it out in hydrangea hue. So I'm just going to move this around, and hopefully you can see the impression of this. How beautiful is this? Wow. So that is another embossing folder, which I think goes perfectly with this suite. Okay, just moving things around here. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and move this. All of this is just so beautiful. I can't wait to create cards with it. Okay, well, we have a May 2026 online exclusive coming. If you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order now. And it's called Sweet Old Friends. And it's a Winnie the Pooh theme. And this is the stamp set right here. You've got all the beloved characters from Winnie the Pooh. There's some bees and some honey. And then it has coordinating dies to go with it. Now I haven't cut these out yet, but I am seeing a honey pot, and I'm seeing maybe a beehive right there, or a honeycomb, I guess is what I should say. So there's the stamp set and the dies that coordinate. Now there is another stamp set that coordinates with this. Are y'all ready for this one? This is amazing. It's called Sweet Words and Labels. Now in this sample, I have cut out a hydrangea hue and crisp cantaloupe, okay? So it also comes with acorns. Let me hold this up. I actually cut out the acorns in pecan pie, and the tops are golden glow. And then the leaves, and they look like they're falling, don't they? The leaves are golden glow. And again, hydrangea hue and crisp cantaloupe. And I don't know if you noticed this or not, but look at the hearts. Look at these hearts. They're just, and this has diamonds or diamond shape. So that's called Sweet Words and Labels Bundle. It is part of the Silly Old Bear Sweet Collection. If you are a demonstrator, you can pre-order the entire suite, which I have. I'm going to finish showing you the suite, and that is the suite number. This will be coming as an online exclusive. So I want to show you the dies. They are right here. And this is what they look like when they are cut out, okay? So just wanted you to see how cool they are. And I'll show you the stamp set. The stamp set, the words are awesome. So for the stamp set, it's called Sweet Words and Labels. I will love you until forever, and even after that. You deserve a little treat. The best kind of days are the days spent together. Oh, bother, which is what Winnie the Pooh always says. Sometimes when you go looking for happiness, happiness finds you. And it never hurts to keep looking up. Old friends are the best friends. So those are the stamped greetings, okay? So it's just so awesome. Oh my goodness. Cannot wait to use those words. All right, now it does have an embossing folder. And this is one of those large embossing folders, okay? It's like 6 inches by 8.5 inches. This is the of what the embossing folder looks like. It is 3D, and it's called 100 Acre Woods. And I'm going to show you some of these designs. Here it goes this way. And this is in crisp cantaloupe. And I don't know if the camera will do any of this justice. This is golden glow. So I'm just going to kind of move this around, and hopefully that you will see that. Oh, yay. So Gail says she did pick up this suite. Awesome. All right, so there they are. And it's one of those large embossing folders, and this is what it looks like. But the direction of the folder, the seam goes this way. It's horizontal, okay? Now let's look at the amazing DSP that comes with it. Here is the first piece, and I wonder, I have a feeling that you'll be able to cut these out using dies. I guarantee it. Aren't they precious? So sweet. And it's great, especially if you have grandchildren. Oh my goodness. Or if there's a baby on the way in the family, or someone is expecting. That's the opposite side. Okay. And I'm going to pick up this next page. Here's the next one. It's so, so pretty. Anne says, you're living up to your name, Stamp Pusher. I guess I better start saving my money now. You better, Anne. We got some good stuff coming. Isn't this precious? Pooh, Piglet. Oh, it's just so cute. This is barely blush on this side. This is super sweet. Super sweet. Look at this. These right here could be the fronts of cards. You wouldn't even have to do any work. Just cut it to fit a card. You could pop up Winnie the Pooh, put a greeting, and you've got a card right there. So, yeah, Billy, good to have you here today. I'm pretty positive that those dies will cut those things out. Here we are. We're back to Hydrangea Hue, everyone. Oh, so pretty. Oh, look at this. I did not know this. Do you know what you use to cut that out? You will be using these dies. Look at this. Let me zoom out a bit. You're going to be, look at this right here. You're going to cut that out with one of these dies. This is going to get cut out using these dies. That is awesome. What a nice surprise. Again, it's for the front of a card. Yes, you will have to join Stampin' Up! Anonymous, Donna. Absolutely. Here's the opposite side. That almost looks like a little perfect pine in there. All right, here's another piece. Winnie the Pooh, he's in some of the trees. And then this is the opposite side. This is the 100-acre wood. Oh my gosh. Look at this one. How sweet. They're just so sweet. Eeyore and the owl and the rabbit. Oh my goodness. And Tigger, Piglet, so cute. Oh goodness. That is so awesome. Thanks, Kathleen. Kathleen's confirming that's what we do to cut out those characters. And then here we are. This one's really hard to see. And that is Silly Old Bear designer paper. We've got Barely Blush, Basic Black, Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Golden Glow, Hydrangea Hue, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Timid Tiger, and Very Vanilla. So, but this was an absolute surprise. Let me go back and find it. Absolute surprise. That is awesome. Can't wait to do that. All right, does anyone have questions for me? That's my pre-order. I did not order everything in the catalog. I wanted to, but anyway, tried to behave myself. These are the new magnetic pads. You'll be able to purchase these if you're a customer on May 5th. If you're currently not working with a demonstrator, I would love to have you as a customer and I can send you a mini catalog. So you can either Facebook message me at Be Creative Stamping, or you can also email me at tammy@becreativestamping.com. And for my team members, I hope this was helpful for you. I'm so loving these pads. When you get your hands on them, you're gonna absolutely love them. So, ooh, Diane wants to know which one is going to be for the Be Inspired Card Club. Diane, I was thinking about that yesterday. I don't know. I can't decide. I kind of want to do Winnie the Pooh. We will see, but I've got to tons of decisions to make. It's going to be super, super hard. Definitely we'll do that moonlit flora. We'll definitely do that. So, all right. So let's see. Only from the one sheet you showed at the beginning, I've seen 2 others demo it. The one sheet that you showed at the beginning. Gosh, I don't even remember. Was it the pearlized in color paper, Kathleen? I'm not even sure. Not even sure. Anyone else have questions? Yeah, I think for our virtual club for the coming months, we'll definitely do the Moonlight Flora. I mean, those colors together, the combinations are absolutely amazing. I can see us doing Winnie the Pooh when it's in stock. So that's going to be a tough one to keep in inventory, I think. I really do think so. The new, it's not the Stamparatus. The Stampin' Positioner is in the new catalog, so don't forget about that. Oh, you're talking about Winnie the Pooh. Yes. Oh, okay. You've seen 2 other demonstrators demonstrate that one. Oh my gosh, the paper's precious. All right, everyone. I will be with you next Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be showing you the 2026 to 2028 in color share box. I'll be wrapping ribbon this weekend and cutting paper and getting the box ready. So you're going to be able to see everything that comes in that share box. One of my favorite things about it is offering you a free class when you purchase the box. And next Wednesday night, I might have a special on the in color share box. Okay, I'll tell you more about that next week. I could be running a special. So definitely stay tuned. Again, my name is Tammy Shia with Be Creative Stamping. You can find me on Facebook, Be Creative Stamping, or on YouTube, my Be Creative Stamping channel, and my blog, www.becreativestamping.com. So yeah, that Winnie the Pooh DSP is going to sell out quickly, Kathleen. I totally agree with you. All right, everyone, have a wonderful weekend. I hope you enjoyed today's unboxing. I enjoyed being with you. And I'll see you next Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Take care. Bye.